This is a nerd. This is also a nerd. Okay, I'm already starting.
Hey guys, so today before we get into the video, I just want to say that the first part of this footage where we took apart the engine and found out like what happened, the video was corrupted, so I wasn't actually able to film it and download it, but I do have the rest of the video where we take apart the crankcases and we look at the crank and take it all apart. So you'll only be able to see that part of the video, not the part where we pull all this stuff and look at the engine, unfortunately. But hopefully you guys will like the rest of the video. Thank you very much for watching. We're the Boys Customs. Have a great day. Look at that piston. All right, so today, guys, we told you how to take this apart. We may have taken it apart a little bit fast, but hopefully you got the idea of it. And I'm sure I'll have more of these to tear apart later. I mean,
Maybe this one.
it's a Polaris 800, so yeah. What we did today is we told you how to take off the side panels, told you how to take off the hood, and we walked you through what you do to pull off the top end. And then we also showed you how to pull out the bottom end. And it's actually pretty easy to do. You don't need a whole lot of tools. And if you want, you can just pay us to do it for you. It's fun.
If you live in Alaska.
If you live in Alaska. Or if you want to pay to ship it to Alaska to get it worked on. And then.
No.
Anyways, it's going to be a pain. But we can do it for you. We're the Boys Customs. And we can always get stuff done for the right price. No. Alright, so the first step in tearing this bottom end apart is we're going to pull the pistons, and we got to pull this recoil. So to pull the recoil, this is a 5mm Allen, and wow, this is really tight. I'm kind of scared.
That's why I was looking for a gun, but someone over
Loctite.
12 volt the wall.
It's
I'm going to get a blowtorch for that.
No, it's just Loctite.
Yeah, and Loctite can break bolts.
No, not that. You already got it loose.
But when you're turning it, you can feel it.
No, Sam did that. I did that too, and I thought it was, and Sam told me it's not.
But when it comes to breaking bolts or a torch is more fun. Am I right, Sam? Micah, you should move.
Hey.
I mean, you could have brought the chair. Just saying. Yeah, I didn't turn it in.
Man, I was gonna sell that as a new or as a used, but good working bottom end. Now you're taking half the case.
I'm sorry.
I still sell the bottom end, maybe if you think. If it's good.
I'll tell you what. You can have those shocks. The front
Those
shocks.
ones.
No. Actually, I think those are the exact same.
No, they're not.
No, they're
No?
not. These are no longer.
I still take those ones.
Okay, so what we're doing now, you gotta line it up with the thing. Line it up with the wrist pin and then pop it through. There's no circlip, so it doesn't matter.
Like this, and then put
Yeah, you just pop it through. All right, so what we're doing now is Sam just pulled all these bolts off the water pump housing. That's not gonna come off, is it? I pulled the recoil off.
They actually moved.
So we're pulling this water pump. Then we have to pull the reeds. I don't think that's moving.
It moved a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, so we're pulling the piston. We got a new set of cases over there. We're just pulling these to get what we can use off of them, so that we know that we have all that we can for the sled when we go to put it back together. So we're just gonna keep pulling the bottom end. That's the water pump housing. That's the water pump. Driven off the crank.
That's not coming out.
Get a metal
Oh,
hammer.
the socket? Should I get a socket?
Should go get a metal hammer.
Okay.
You think that's welded in place?
Not bad to just leave it on, because I think it fit through. No, it won't.
No. We tried that already.
Our being so
Just
dominating.
cut the connecting rod.
Okay.
I got a cutting torch.
Bearing's not even moving.
Got a cutting torch. But we'll be back once we get this all pulled apart.
First gotta do.
Alright, so what we're doing now is Sam is pulling these reeds here. So you have to pull off these basically carburetor boots, right?
What does it look like? This thing?
Yeah.
It's like a fixed carburetor boot. Yes. Grab the bag of bolts for it too. So pulling these throttle body boots. Yeah, yes. And then we gotta pull the reeds on the back side. We're probably gonna have to get some new reeds for this one due to the fact that it's probably got crankcase parts through them. But it looks like we got some new ones already. Well, okay, used new ones, but they'll be fine.
Alright, I'll be
So what we're doing is we're pulling these off. We're gonna take the crank out of the cases, but we're gonna use a new crank. And are we gonna use both your cases? Yeah? Okay. So we're gonna use both these cases. So we've gotta prep them and clean them later. But we've tried getting this piston off and it just does not want to move because it's basically the rod or the wrist pin is welded to the bearing and the connecting rod. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut through it so that we can pull it off. So that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to use a Dremel, but it might not go all the way through. So we'll have to maybe find something else to use as well. But we'll try what we have right now. And if not, actually might I'll just cut through the connecting rod. I don't think the Dremel will go through the wrist pin. Doesn't matter either way. The crank's toast. But yeah, so we're gonna keep doing that. And we'll be back once we pull everything off. Alright, so as we took these apart, Sam took these reeds out, and they've got a lot of metal shards and stuff on them, so that's not good. These ones are relatively clean. And then once you look at this, once you look at this, you can see all those piston pieces. They're in that hole right there. Looks like it took a little bit of a chunk out of that, but that's not a huge deal. But
So it's somewhere else.
yeah, there's all those piston pieces from when it came apart. But we'll just keep going at it. And we'll tear it apart the rest of the way. But just wanted to stop and show you guys that real quick. And we'll get back to what we're doing. Alright, so what we're doing now is we've got this stator. The cage got the cage off of it, so that now we can use the stator puller here. And basically, you line it up. You line that little pin up with that hole in the end, and then you put bolts into these right here, and then you tighten this until it pulls the magneto off of the magnetic force caused by the stator. It usually takes quite a bit of force to pull it off.
It's just pressed on.
Oh, okay. It's just pressed on, but the magnet has something to do with it too, right?
After you get it pressed off, then it's hard to pull it off.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just pressed on there. Sam's making me feel like an idiot.
No, sorry.
Yeah, better be. Do you need what socket size do you need for that?
10.
10? Do you have a 10? Do you need a 10?
I have it tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Well, we will have that on time lapse as you pull it. Okay, so right now I'm putting on my welding gear because I'm about to cut through this connecting rod because the piston is welded on and it is not moving off. So, gotta get on my welding gear so that I'm nice and protected from all the sparks that are flying. I am going to grab goggles. That way I don't get anything in my eyes. I wear contacts, and if I get particles in my eyes, it can be very bad because it's not gonna end very well because it's gonna hurt. Long story short, it's gonna hurt. Shut up, Sam. Sam? Sam. Give me my hat that I gave you back. You're no longer part of us. Go home. Yeah, you're like, I got this new Iron Dog hat. I don't need your boy's custom hat.
I only have 8 hats.
You need to wear the right hats. I've got like 30 hats and I don't wear most of them. I wear 1. Actually, I wear 3. Depends on the day. Okay, so got my boy's custom hat on, protective coating, shirt, goggles for eye protection, and then some nice gloves to keep sparks away from burning my hands that are melted because I'm a bad welder. Sam's like, no, you're not a bad welder, you're the best. Thanks, Sam!
Melting right through. Exactly what we need.
Exactly, you gotta melt through your gloves to weld right. That's what we said, yeah. So, got it on. Then we're gonna take this, put it right there. Turn it to where the sparks are not gonna fly in the garage. Start it. And it unscrewed itself. Screwdriver!
Clap.
Phillips.
Flat.
A Phillips flat. Give me a Phillips flat.
It's literally just
Tight. Until loose.
That is very tight.
It's not tight at all. You want to loosen it? It's not on the. You're right. There you go. Okay, you good? And it's now flying towards the machine. So now I gotta go this. Egg. Okay, now I'm having issues. What are you doing?
I'm gonna bust it off.
Now we can start it. Boom! Just like that, that's how we get stuff done. Look at that crank. Alright, put it back together, boys. We're running it.
Ending video. So apparently I seized it.
Micah's a genius.
Just by pushing the piston down, we seized it.
You didn't push the piston down, you pushed the connecting rod down.
I pushed the piston down, which pushed the connecting rod down around the crank and got it stuck on a piston piece, probably.
You're fired. Pack up your bags, go home.
Turn your hat in.
Yep. Turn your badge in. What badge?
Circlet.
You know what? This thing isn't gonna come out, is it?
Pound it from the other side. You pound it that way, it's not gonna work.
It's not coming out.
Craftsman, right?
So close.
Oh no.
Like, literally so close.
Micah.
Stop it.
Oh. Oh no, Sam! Oh.
We got it.
Hey, that actually looks really good.
That looks better than the other one.
Yeah, that definitely that looks like 1,400 miles.
Yeah.
You can tell it's had a rebuild though, because it's got dual ring pistons.
Yep.
Polaris never came with single ring piston stock. Alright, dual ring stock. Alright guys, so now what we're doing is we are pulling these bottom end bolts out so that we can split the case. So you've got a bunch of these ones here. This is a T45, and then you've got a, what is that?
15.
Then you got a 15 millimeter for the engine mounts. So once we pull those, we can use the T45 and pull those, and then we'll split the cases and we can pull the crank out. So it's pretty simple stuff. Just gonna take a little bit of time to get done. And once we get that done, the closer we are to getting that case and a new crank put together for this machine. And we'll be back once we start pulling those, once we get those pulled.
I think it already has.
What we're doing is Sam is going to pop the cases apart. No, you're not gonna pull the cases apart, are you? There we go. That case split apart. Then we can also use a little screwdriver, or Sam can just do it by hand, because she's a gorilla. Sam's a gorilla.
Use a screwdriver, you might mess up the surface. Even though
Sam,
these are garbage.
Sam, there is no surface.
These are garbage.
Look at that heat treat on that rod. I like it. Look at that. So now we're. Ooh, hold on. Okay, go.
Other side.
Now we're popping this crank out. And popping holes in my floor. Alright, there we go. Now you can see the extensive damage. Look at that. I don't see where that other one is though.
Where is it supposed to be?
There's nothing there. Oh wait, I see. You see that? There's, you can see where it is. They just glued it back together.
They really messed up.
Wow. So I wonder if it blew a hole in one time and they used the same crank. And then it just did it again.
Let's do it again.
Regardless though, this thing is now torn all the way apart. This has been part 2 of the video, or possibly part 1, because I'm probably not gonna make it 2 parts. But yeah, so we tore down 2014 Polaris. We took it all the way apart. We pulled the engine out. We took all these bolts off and stuff, and now we can start putting it together once I order a gas kit, seal kit, all that fun stuff for it. But anyways guys, thanks for watching the video. I get this cool piston with a connecting rod cut off, cause why not? It's fun. But yeah, have fun guys, go outside, go ride. This has been the Boys Customs. Have a nice day.